Also could be that you're both bringing out sides of each other. Maybe you are bringing out their light while they're bringing out your dark, or vice versa. So it's still some sort of a mutual exchange if this is about any type of relationship. It's like the highs and the lows. They're meant to be a reflection.
Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I'm going to do is hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with deck number 1. All right, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Devil, the Ten of Wands, overall energy, the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Two of Swords. All right, so I feel like initially there was some sort of blockage, or maybe someone was hiding something or had some sort of a secret. Maybe you were initially guarded about your feelings towards someone, but whatever is happening, whoever was guarded or whatever this blockage is, I feel like someone is ready to reveal something or let their guards down. And so I feel like there's going to be some sort of breakthrough happening. Yeah, if you initially had felt stagnant, I feel like now there's going to be some sort of movement happening. And then 2, I feel like you're moving towards stability or security. I feel like there's also going to be some sort of significant changes when it comes to your lifestyle, your living situation. You could also be getting ready to make some sort of a big purchase. And then 2, this is talking about some sort of endings, changes that are coming your way. But I feel like these changes are for the better, or, you know, there are some sort of positive changes happening. Yeah, there's a strong possibility that you are going to experience, you know, what it feels like to have some sort of stability and or security in your life. Something is coming off as like, you know, fulfillment of hopes and wishes as well. In a love situation, there could be like some sort of an engagement or a marriage, or maybe someone is just like eloping. Also, if in a relationship you didn't know, you know, where you stood, I kind of feel like this is making a big statement. It's like, okay, now it's being established that we're in a relationship. You know, we're letting everyone know. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of big status change when it comes to relationships. This could represent ending and the ending of a relationship, but I kind of feel like this is more about moving forward to that next big chapter, taking things more serious, settling down, meeting someone's family. Your family also could be getting ready to grow or expand. I feel like with the wheel here, definitely bringing in some sort of expansion. And so it could be expansion of wealth, expansion of finances. Maybe you're moving into a bigger place. Maybe you're something in regards to your job or your work is expanding. Maybe you're going to move on to a bigger company or a bigger position. Or if you're an entrepreneur, maybe there's going to be some sort of expansion to your business. I feel like the stars are aligning for you. I feel that something is happening that is opening you up to a group of people, like-minded individuals. I feel like you're going to be bonding, socializing, networking. It could also be that you're going to move into a bigger financial bracket or tax bracket. So yeah, good energy for finances and career. And like I said, just like connecting with people. Now, I still see, the shadow side of this. So it could be a situation where it's like, with great power comes, great responsibility, something of that sort. And it does seem like you are kind of locked down or feel like now you're carrying some sort of a burden. Like, let's say this is about finances. It's like, ooh, my finances have expanded. I have like a lot of money now. But now it means that you have more responsibility. It's almost like you can't just like have it and enjoy it. It's like, okay, like, God didn't give you that money for no reason. Like, God gave you that money so that you could take on more responsibility and help out with people who are maybe family, especially codependencies. It's like, oh, just in the nick of time because so-and-so is getting kicked out. So-and-so was getting kicked out of their home. Now you can afford to take on that responsibility. Maybe before you didn't have any room, but now that God has blessed you with all this money, or the universe has given you all this, giving you a bigger space. Now some family can come, or someone in need, somebody that you care about. I feel like you still care about this person. It's not like it's about people coming into your life that you don't care about, but it does seem like now you're taking on a bigger load. Or maybe it's not even that about family. Maybe you come into a lot of money and now you're like, but I feel guilty having all this money, or I feel like I should be sharing this money. And so you find projects to invest in. Maybe you want to help homeless people or people who are sick. Maybe you want to invest in a tiny homes or something, or a community or be an ambassador to something. Whatever it is, it seems like you didn't come into this for nothing. You didn't get a bigger place or more money for nothing. Now, also a shadow side of this is that maybe you are bonding with someone, but this person, you're bonding with someone who is already in an established relationship. And so now it's like, you're torn or they're torn, and it is some sort of love triangle or third party situation that could be going on. And this definitely looks like someone is, delving into that forbidden fruit. It's kind of like temptation, and here it is. It's just like, yeah, I bit into it. Now I'm locked in. So whatever agreement you're making, I feel like is going to be attached with something karmic. And then it also looks like you took the spiritual bait. This was the only way to get you to do something. It's like, okay, sorry, we had to bait you. But now you're locked in. Now you have to, oblige by these laws or whatever this responsibility is. So yeah, I do feel like you take the bait for something. If something had to be presented to you in a way that was palpable and desirable and beautiful and irresistible and all of that. And if you are in, if this is talking about something romantic, it also seems like it's that dual energy where it's like the devil and the angel, maybe, or Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. It also could be that you're both bringing out sides of each other. Maybe you are bringing out their light while they're bringing out your dark, or vice versa. So it's still some sort of a mutual exchange if this is about any type of relationship. It's like the highs and the lows. They're meant to be a reflection of, the good in you or the darkness in you. Or maybe you both take turns bringing that out of each other. So in a sense, it seems kind of balanced, like some sort of mutual balance here. You've got these two people looking at each other. And you've got the overseer. Here's the angel. Here's the darkness, the shadow. Here's your higher consciousness. Here is the lowest of your consciousness. So yeah, does seem like either way, this is like an alignment happening. This was meant to happen. It's kind of like, lucky I love you, or lucky I'm attracted to you, because I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't. Even if this is about a job or a career move, it's like the overall energy I'm getting is good, but it's still not that simple. It's still going to be a little complex. It's like, sure, you can get all of this money and all of this security, but it is going to feel like a karmic debt at times. Like you feel stuck, and you're like, oh man, like I know I wanted this job, but dang, I didn't know it's going to be this hard. I didn't know it's going to take up so much of my time. If there is anyone that is trying to hide or suppress their feelings for you, I feel like it only makes it worse. It makes it intense. Or for you, like if you're trying to hide or suppress your feelings from someone, it just makes it worse. Another thing I'm seeing is maybe being married into a family where there's going to be, it's like, be careful who you marry, because it's like you're marrying into their family. And this family could be very possessive or controlling, or like they like you, but they're still like really inserting themselves in your relationship, and you might need to set some sort of boundaries with that person. I mean, with the family. I'm also seeing like business mixed with pleasure. I'm also seeing like pleasure and pain. I feel like you're going to be dealing with a lot of dualities and just kind of like experiencing extremes. You get to experience something extreme on both spectrums. Definitely seems like you're needing to, or you were craving some sort of materialism, and this is what you're getting. Yeah. So I feel like there also needs to be some sort of conversation, or there's going to be some sort of conversation that takes place that's very profound or significant. You're going to be obsessing about a conversation that maybe you had with somebody. Just make sure that you're setting boundaries with people who come off as like an energy vampire. Now, initially, it looks like you could have been resistant towards change in your life or any type of changes that were happening. And then the moment you embrace change is when things start to fall into place. Things seem to initially become a little more easy. It seems like there is this battle of like independence versus codependency. What it could be going back to is like what I said. As you gain independence, like you gain your own place or gain more money or finances, it opens up a gateway to those who are codependent. Yeah, I feel like as you become more independent, you attract more codependent people. That's what I feel like is happening. Even let's say this is about you working in politics. Let's say you became, governor of your state or whatever. And it's like, now that you are governor, you have that high position and, the ability to make change and make decisions. But that also means that all these people that need something are coming to you. That's like the best way that I can explain it. So it also looks like maybe there is someone who's trying to get your attention. As much as you are kind of afraid of a new soul contract, it does seem like that is where you're headed. There's going to be an opportunity either for you to meet somebody new or an opportunity for a reconciliation. And then even if this is not talking about like a love relationship, it seems like there is still some sort of opportunity being given to you that brings you some sort of emotional fulfillment, maybe an opportunity to live your dream life or have that dream job, like I said. It also looks like initially you were suspicious of something that was being offered to you. And then you kind of open up to it. You're like, okay, let me have an open mind. Like you were suspicious of something and then you decide that you're going to go ahead and see what this is all about. What is this opportunity all about? The clarifiers too are showing that you're needing to pay attention to your dreams, or like you're going to be receiving messages in your dreams about your future if you haven't already. Or it also could be that someone's trying to communicate with you through dreams. There definitely could be someone who is obsessing and having fantasies about you. Either someone is needing to earn your trust or they feel that way about you. I feel like a secret is coming out. Someone is revealing like their hidden feelings towards you, or vice versa. There's also like this opportunity to explore emotional traumas. I know we don't want to deal with that, but it does seem like something's happening where you're having to navigate emotional traumas and old emotional scars. Something's being unlocked. Okay, so in a love situation, I feel like someone is being placed in your life that is meant to help you navigate emotional scars, abandonment issues, trust issues, some sort of trauma. They're helping you to heal. But you are also helping this person heal their traumas as well. So it's a mutual exchange happening. Spiritually, I feel like somebody's ancestors, somebody's ancestors are assisting them or it's like the mediator, the one that is bringing people together. It's like matchmaking. Someone who's no longer here may be trying to communicate with you. They're trying to say something to you. They're like trying to give you some sort of affirmation, or not an affirmation, a confirmation about something. Yeah. So another thing that could be happening is right quick an inheritance. Maybe someone is receiving their inheritance or cashing something out. Like maybe someone inherited a house, but they decided that they wanted to sell it or get the cash for it or something. Someone also could be receiving some sort of a settlement. And then the other thing I was getting was dealing with inheritance, but more so like through the blood, through the DNA. Something is unlocking. Something has been passed down. You inherited something, maybe especially from a Gemini or a water sign. Something feels like you're also going to be at a crossroads. You might have some opportunity to go to school, or maybe there is some position willing to pay for your education. It also feels like your intuition is trying to show you something. Your intuition is talking to you. If you're concerned about your health, maybe there is a need for you to pay attention to something. You could be dealing with some sort of parasites and maybe needing to do some sort of a cleanse. I do feel like if this is a health situation, someone's health is going to be restored. And then ultimately, I feel like this is saying you can have what you want. You just need to be prepared to deal with the consequences or the heaviness of it, the heaviness of a relationship that you want, or the heaviness of a lifestyle that you want. Somebody also could be approved for some sort of grant or a loan, but especially like a loan, because I feel like you have to pay it back. It feels like now you're indebted. So if you're applying for a loan, whether it's a credit card, a business loan, a mortgage, I feel like you're gonna be, you're gonna get it. They're gonna approve your loan application. You might feel like you got tricked into something or manipulated, or maybe feel like, oh, you know, they tricked me. But it's like now you're in it, or now you're already doing this, or whatever this is. Hopefully, it's nothing too scary or too deep, but it does feel like you might end up feeling like you got tricked into something, like some sort of agreement. On a positive note, this could be agreeing to some sort of performance, but also feeling like I'm living my dream, but performing is hard or difficult. Someone might have the life of an entertainer or performer. They're getting paid for it, but it is a lot. It almost makes me think of something like a residency, like when a celebrity gets like a residency in Vegas, and it's like 10 years of like perform, like every night you're supposed to perform, or maybe you're supposed to perform twice a day for the next 10 years. You know, it's just like something feels like a lot of hard work, but it's like paying off maybe because of some sort of new career or financial opportunity or abundance that came in. Even a lottery or something. It seems like you can afford to live in this beautiful space, but man, are you going to pay for it? I do feel like, I'm not saying it's going to be all miserable. It just comes with a price, because I see the enjoyment. I feel like you are able to see views and see like a lot of beautiful things around, or like you're surrounded by a lot of beauty. It also could be a beautiful vacation that you're going on and experiencing something, but it's like you're locked in. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2.
Register at Paid Communications to get a reading with me. Signing up is easy. Go to the link in the description box below or in my About Me section and sign up from there. You can also always email me at TemajTarot@gmail.com for any questions or inquiries.
All right, you have the Page of Coins, the Hanged Man, the Star, the Ten of Wands, Judgment, overall energy, Seven of Cups, King of Wands, and the Eight of Coins. All right. In a love situation, I feel like you might have a secret admirer, and I feel like this person is pursuing you strategically. Initially, I feel like something starts off very confusing. You're like, I don't know where this is going, or this person's sending mixed signals. It also looks like a relationship could start off in secret. I really feel like this is more about somebody fantasizing, though. Either you're fantasizing about somebody, or someone is heavily fantasizing about you, especially maybe someone that you have a professional relationship with. This could also be you getting involved in a relationship that's like taboo. Maybe there's an age gap. Maybe it's with your supervisor. Maybe it's an affair. But whatever it is, it does seem like there is this relationship that is starting off taboo. Whoever is coming towards you, I feel like this person is very mystical, and I feel like they're also into metaphysical things. But I feel like this person likes to remote view. I feel like somebody is remote viewing and then writing down what they see. Someone could be using you as their target practice for remote viewing. Spiritually, it looks like a relationship that it starts off, in astrals. This person is like visiting you. This person is daydreaming about you, thinking about you. And maybe you do feel like there is some sort of telepathic connection. I feel like a secret is going to be revealed to you, but it still seems like it's happening in a dubious way. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's being revealed to you, but like maybe someone is sharing something in plain sight on social media, and they're like just expressing how they feel about you. It feels like someone's been carrying like this heavy burden, and they're just like, this is like so much, like I need to share some of this. This is weighing heavily on me. And I feel like your faith is also being restored. So at some point, maybe you lost faith about, relationships or the life you wanted to live, but it seems like whatever's going on, like your faith is being restored. And someone might be giving you a call. Somebody might be calling you up to let you know that they are thinking about you. And it could just be, sexual in nature. But I feel like there is something more. I feel like it's not just that. You do not have to, I'm not saying that, you should take this person up on their offer, because it could just be a test as well to see if you are going to repeat the same mistakes that you made in the past. And then aside from, relationships, I still feel like maybe you're dealing with a situation where you're daydreaming or fantasizing and praying for this ideal life that you're wanting. You're putting it out into the universe. And I feel like maybe you feel like it's not happening, or it's just on pause. The universe has left you hanging. But at some point, I feel like the universe is like going to show you, like, we were listening. Something or someone seems like it's going to be the answer to your prayers. And like I said, it's like your faith is being restored. It seems like a lot of routine and hard work will be paid off. Like maybe you've been routinely practicing something or doing something repetitively, or develop some sort of skill, and I feel like it's going to pay off. Something is not going to go in vain. All your efforts are not going to go in vain. In regards to spirituality, maybe there's been some confusion. It looks like maybe there's some teachings that you've been studying and it left you feeling kind of confused and asking more questions about the afterlife or about what spirituality is, or and it just seems like you're asking all these questions. You're like, I don't understand. And I kind of feel like it's not for you to understand just yet. But once there has been some more spiritual maturity, it will be revealed to you. You are going to have more clarity and understanding about why the world operates the way it does. So I'm also seeing someone who is loving selflessly. Either you find yourself being very selfless towards others, helping a lot of people in need, trying to uplift people, or you are about to receive, some sort of selfless love. There could be an earth sign in your energy towards Virgo, Capricorn, or a fire sign. I feel like maybe there is closure needed between you and an earth sign. So there's going to be an opportunity to have that closure. I feel like someone is also either airing their dirty laundry or posting like a lot of cryptic messages on their social media platform or platforms. But something about it is still like paying it forward. So if this is you just like being very vulnerable and transparent with your audience, I feel like it's helping other people who are going through something similar. And not necessarily platform like this, but you just venting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform that you're sharing on. You're helping other people, and your stories are going to be very relatable and helpful to other people. I feel too like you are needing to focus, or maybe it's being activated, like your third eye and your crown chakra. So I feel like your two higher chakras are also going to be some sort of the focus for you. Maybe you're developing some sort of skill, or one of your gifts are opening up. I also feel like somebody is being visited by an angel with a message. You might feel like you're meant to save the world. So this has been coming out in a couple of my readings where somebody is feeling like a martyr. They feel like they need to make some sort of a big sacrifice for humanity. And sometimes too, maybe you do feel that way, or you are being visited by angels telling you that, this is your duty, or this is what you need to do to save the world. It might not be as huge or theatrical as it seems. It could be something as simple as writing a self-help book, or like I said, sharing personal stories on your platform. And that is your way of awakening, you know, the masses. Either you feel rejected by an earth sign, or this person feels rejected by you. Now, it is possible that there is a lack of physical attraction between two people. Or maybe someone feels the need to cover up or hide their identity. If you have blocked someone in the past, I feel like this person is just going to find a way around that block. In a love situation, I would be cautious, because I do feel like maybe something is very confusing. And either someone is confused about what they want and are sending you mixed signals, or they're intentionally playing mind games with you. Maybe someone is also potentially using you to make another person jealous. I feel like there was a soul contract or a soul agreement that was severed that's coming back together. Something just feels like a broken agreement. I feel like if something was based on an illusion or a lie, it had to crumble, it had to fall apart. Definitely seems like someone's been daydreaming or fantasizing about you, or you about them. A fire sign may be trying to contact you through dreams. Or maybe they feel like that's the only way they're able to communicate with you. Somebody definitely seems like they could be into metaphysical things and remote viewing or astral traveling or something. It also could be that someone is into like telekinesis, just air bending, or trying to play around with different elements. Fire, is it fire bending? But someone definitely could be playing around with things like that because they're heavily into metaphysical things. Also spiritually, I feel like something's being revealed to you that you might initially not want to hear or believe. Something spiritual might be revealed to you, but it brings you like a little bit of a burden, because it's like, now that you know this knowledge, what are you going to do with it? If two people have been avoiding each other at some point, I feel like there needs to be a conversation. It also feels like maybe somebody is supposed to be doing spiritual work, even if they're not getting paid for it or paid enough for it. I don't know, maybe you feel like you're meant to be some sort of a messenger spiritually. It seems to like if your energy was blocked, or something was blocking your energy, now you're able to receive. You're ready to receive the messages. This also looks a little bit like whistleblowing. So I don't know if someone is being like a whistleblower. Maybe someone was being hidden away or covered up, and now they're speaking freely. Yeah, if your throat chakra was blocked, I feel like now it's meant for you to speak. I keep feeling like someone that has like this premonition about the world as well. Something about the new world. Not necessarily the world ending like in the dramatic sense, but as we know it. Kind of like a prophecy, yeah. So I feel like somebody is gonna, like a prophecy is gonna come through an unexpected person. All right, so let's see what messages there are from deck number 3. All right, you have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, Strength, Queen of Wands, the High Priestess, overall energy, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the World. Okay, so I feel that Maybe somebody is on a mission, and it seems like you're needing to take your power back. I feel like maybe you're needing the courage, or you're taking on the persona of someone who is doing courageous things. You're disconnecting from things maybe that were blocking you or weighing you down. I feel like you're ready. You're saying, I'm ready to end this, or I'm ready to let this go. So you could be ending a relationship, or maybe you are, leaving a career behind, or a job, or a place that you were living in. Maybe you're moving or relocating and just like trying to get to a higher place. I feel like you are like rising above your some sort of burden that you're no longer holding on to, so now you're able to rise. And it feels like you're also like standing your ground or fighting for what you believe. Maybe you're defending yourself, or this is a statement that you're making. It's weird because I feel that you're also, in a sense, in a bubble, because you're creating your own reality. Or you're like, this is what I choose to believe. This is my reality, and nothing else is allowed to disturb my reality. You also might need to prepare to stand on what you believe, because there could be people challenging your beliefs or challenging the decisions that you're making. It also, you could be dealing with situations that require you to be strong. Something looks like, you're showing resilience. You're like, no big deal. Like, life has already strengthened me. Like, I have thick skin. I've gone through this and it gave me thick skin. I've got the battle scars to show. So I feel like something, not that you have to prove yourself, but it does seem like you've got the battle scars to show. Maybe you feel like you have nothing to lose. I feel like you are also very passionate. You're doing things because you're very passionate about it. You're not doing something just for show. You're like, no, I really believe this. I'm really passionate about this. And people also could be viewing you as someone who's very strong. Maybe people are like, I don't know how you're able to do that. Like, I couldn't do it. You're a strong individual for doing this. So people are able to see your strength. It also seems like decisions that you're making, they have to be based on intuition. You have to just like kind of tune into what you are feeling to make decisions. You can't let other people try to dictate what you need to be doing or how you should be doing something, because you have an inner knowing, and that's the voice that you have to trust. So it also looks like anything that you have questions about, like you want to know how your situation is going to turn out. This is kind of like a big question mark. I feel like something is too early to say, or it's like a situation is still constantly evolving. Something is too fluid. It's just moving around. It's like we don't know. The situation is constantly changing. It could go either way. So whatever it is that you're wanting to know, you're like, how is it? Are we going to end up together? Am I going to move? Am I going to get that home? I kind of feel like all of those things are just like in development. And the outcome also likely depends on the decisions that you make. Maybe you decide that you want to go this way, and so that's going to change the outcome. Or you decided to do this, that changes the outcome. So I feel like your future is being built based on the decisions that you're making. It also looks like you are being silent about something, or you're maybe you're fighting something, but you're doing it privately or silently. And then just as advice, this is always like telling you to tap into your own intuition. What does your inner voice say? Like I said, I don't feel like you're trying to prove anything, but something is coming off as your battle scars showing. Like you've got the scars to prove something. You're not just speaking from hearsay, you're speaking from experience. You're like, I'm saying this because I know, because I experienced this. Now, in a love situation, it feels like someone is secretly pursuing you. This person is determined to be with you. They don't care if you shut them down or if you guys aren't talking, or maybe you've never even talked to this person before. It just still seems like you're being pursued by someone who's a strong individual. And maybe someone has been in military, because this person seems very disciplined, and they seem like a fighter. Whoever is coming towards you, it could be a fire sign. It also could be a Gemini. And I feel like this person has like a vantage point. Like, let's say you're being pursued by more than one person. I feel like this person has something above the rest. And I feel like you also would notice this person first, because something about them stands out. Somebody is looking for your old page. I feel like you removed some sort of social media platform and somebody's been looking for it, trying to find you. Or vice versa, maybe you're looking for somebody's old page. But like I said, I feel like you're being pursued. I also feel like whoever is coming towards you is coming off very confident. They have like this quiet strength about them. I also feel like this person has been broken though. It's possible that this person has just come out of a relationship or has just completely changed their life. They like did a complete 180 and they're just not the same person that they were in the past. Maybe this person just came from another city, state, country. So whoever's pursuing you, I feel like it's like they're starting over. If your father is no longer here, I feel like they're with you or they're talking to you. If you feel knocked down, I just kind of feel like something is saying, get up and fight. Because now I'm seeing like a boxer in a ring and I'm feeling like the countdown and the referee like slamming his hand down on a ground, and you're just, something that's like telling you to get up and fight, and you do. I feel like you're also, like I said, it feels like you're ready for something. Maybe you're ready to confront your fears. Or maybe you have some sort of anxieties or paranoias. It just seems like you're ready to deal with whatever you were afraid of initially. It feels like your confidence is being restored. But it also feels like you are removing yourself from relationships that no longer work for you. Friendships, romantic relationships, family members. It feels like you're detaching or removing yourself from any of these people or situations that are not in alignment with your vision and the world that you're creating. Now, something does look like you're guarded or like you don't fully trust somebody or people, or you don't trust something that's being offered to you. It also looks like even though you are a strong individual and you do have thick skin, you do still have like some soft spots. You still can be a very emotional person. feel like somebody is protecting their family. Either you are protecting your family or someone from beyond is protecting the family. I feel like you're also going to be very excited about something that feels magical. Maybe you feel like you manifested something. It also seems like maybe you are being given some sort of you're being given some sort of paid opportunity to do what you're passionate about. Yeah, I feel like ultimately you could get paid to do what you're passionate about. Something is like your inner strength, or something is like your gift. Yeah, I'm getting something about this is your God-given gift. Yeah, and again, in regards to the future, it just seems like you are having some sort of premonition. And whatever this is being revealed to you, you're trying to make sense of it. I feel like you're saying, what am I supposed to do with this information? It also seems like you're asking why were you chosen for something? Spiritually, it just really looks like your gifts are opening up. Or at least some gift that you had that was dormant. It seems like your enemies are also going to be revealed to you. It's going to be revealed to you who's really on your team or who's really supportive of you and your endeavors. All right, so hopefully these messages have helped. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.